trying to take me to task, cause I don't wanna wear a mask or take a vaccine that could maybe make me die. They got no scientific evidence to back that crap up. All they do is feed us lie after lie. That's why I will not comply. Now, since back last March, I've had an achy, breaky heart like old Billy Ray Cyrus. I've been catching a case of the blues from the news around this damn coronavirus. Now they're telling us we gotta keep our chin diapers up, even if we got the shot in the arm. But nobody's talking about exercise or eating food that's fresh grown from the farm. That's why I will not comply. Quit trying to take me to task, cause I don't wanna wear a mask or take a vaccine that could maybe make me die. They got no scientific evidence to back that crap up. All they do is feed us lie after lie. That's why I will not comply. Show 'em what non-compliance sounds like, boys. Oh, hell yeah. Now listen, y'all. The only way to stop the violence is for us to break the silence right now. So if you tend to agree and you're pissed off like me, stand your ass up and scream it out loud. Sing, I will not comply. Quit trying to take me to task, cause I don't wanna wear a mask or take a vaccine that could maybe make me die. They got no scientific evidence to back that crap up. All they do is feed us lie after lie. That's why I will not comply. Yeah, I'm here to tell you people I will not comply. No, that's the gospel truth.
Yes. Anybody order a stripper?
This is Dave. Fuck. You're looking lovely. Oh, we got.
Hey, I've got some of you in my bonus hole. I've got some in my bonus hole. Hang on. There you go.
Oh, thank you very much. I was going to say I'm going red, but I'm red anyway. Guys, can you take 20 minutes of fucking up? They're 20.
Good evening. Yeah. We're using one. Using one. Good evening, all. Can you hear us? Can you hear me? Can you hear Donna?
Press 1 if you can hear us.
Hands up in the air.
Press 1 for English, 2 for no.
Yeah. If we see any twos, we know you're taking the piss because you won't be able to know what we're on about.
So I just wait for a yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Is that a yes to both? I can hear you all. Thank you very much, Tasha.
Yeah.
How is everyone?
We're doing it a bit different tonight because we're on tour. Obviously, we're at Matt's. You saw the video at the front. That was when we turned up.
There they are.
So we turned up last night. Matt was still on the lab, the Loquacious lab, and I dressed as Dildo Debbie because he keeps going on about.
We had it planned for about 24 hours because we planned it with Ryan.
And Matt just went right and blamed the heat.
Looking good though, isn't I? Looking a bit Turkish. What do you think? Yeah, we should be looking at the screen, Dave, not each other.
What are you looking at me for? We're not in the same room.
Anyway.
So we've come down to South Wales to see Matt and Ryan, and we've had a good weekend so far.
It's not normally, right? These fly, don't they? And you're like, fucking hell, where's it all gone? But we've actually had time to actually chill and enjoy it, haven't we? It's been a bit of a weird day.
Yeah, until about, what was it, 10 to 8 when I realised that I hadn't done nothing.
You mean 20 past 8?
Yeah. And then I said, we'll be 5 minutes.
20 past 9, sorry, not 20 past 8.
I do apologise. John, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry I haven't been with you for the last couple of days. Been taking time out with my youngest son, catching up with everything when I can. It's amazing how much you miss in just a couple of days. Love to you all. Good evening, John. I hope everything's all right, mate.
Yeah.
Love you too, John.
Yeah, man. So we've had a day trip to the, we've had a road trip to the
Well,
We
went
have,
round in
yeah.
circles to see where we could escape.
We have. Hang
The
on.
road closures.
It's going to hear about the same. Give me 2 seconds. Because we're going to talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
Let's have a go. But yeah, we got a good day out, haven't we?
Yeah,
We
went to what's it called?
Straddy Park. Isn't it?
Straddy.
Straddy, Park. Is that
Straddy
right?
Park.
There's no L in it.
There's 2 L's in it.
It's Straddy Park, not Straddy Park.
Oh, okay. I get confused. It's Wales. It's the whole Wales. Yeah, so we went down there. As you can see, the picture behind us. We have a green screen.
Do you know what? I'm a dickhead. I went to
Oh.
look behind us then.
Sorry?
I went to fucking look behind us then.
Why?
Because he went, as you can see, the picture behind us, and I went,
Yeah, I've got them up with the green screens now. They'll be going home, fully kitted out, ready to go. Professional now.
We're looking totally good now.
Dave's
don't
out.
look- No, we don't.
Good evening, Dave. Dave, I'll have a catch up with you tomorrow at some point. Obviously, as you know, Donna and Dave's been down, so it's been hectic. But have a good evening, Dave.
yeah,
Good
have a
evening,
great
Dave.
evening, Dave.
Yeah, it's been. It was a good trip out. Went to see the camp. Took them a few
They were
supplies.
lovely, won't they, bless them.
Absolutely lovely people.
So welcoming, weren't they?
Then it was me that got told to behave myself today and not him.
Yeah.
Because I found a ginger fucking police officer that I decided I was going to give trip to.
Yeah, I was going to say, yes.
As to do.
I did.
Well,
I
he
did.
should be out in the sun. He was asking for everything he got off, and he should be out in the sun, and we was making sure he's got sun cream with it.
Andy was a copper, so he deserved
Back to
everything he
50.
gets.
Yeah, I ignored the copper that spoke to me. I just put the camera on his face.
I was just giving him jip because I could.
We've got some really good.
I'm not drinking any more of that yet. Probably that strong.
How was your day out with Donna and Dave and Matt? Yeah, it was good. It was good, Mary Ellen. Very good. Very warm. And I just seen someone, who was it, put in there?
We're off exploring tomorrow, right? Before we go home.
I have caught the sun. I've caught it quite bad on my neck and my back as well. I was in the garden all day yesterday. Then I got dragged out today, to somewhere I just didn't want to go.
Yeah, right.
So, but no, it's been a good day. Yeah, we're off out tomorrow for some ice creams, a bit of flying. Just a chill day tomorrow, really, isn't it? We're going to have a beer tonight.
Yeah, we just wanted to go down there and show our support and take them a few supplies. Absolutely fantastic down there.
Be back in a minute.
Oh.
Yeah, very welcoming.
I've got to learn the fucking song for the Jamaican bobsleigh team because I will be fucking singing that loud and proud when we're going camping.
Yeah.
We first, so we arrived, didn't we? When we arrived, me and Donna was walking down. Here we go, and it starts. Fucking hell, we're 8 minutes in, and she's already fingering my ear.
I'm glad you're all right, Alistair. I did message a few family members because I was a bit worried about you. I'm sorry, but I did need to find out. Sorry, Matt.
No, that's all right. I actually, because I seen your
Yeah.
message yesterday, so it's good to know that he's all good
Yeah.
and he's back home.
I was a little bit worried, mate.
So, hi guys, I'm back home. 2 nights in hospital. Bed left me with a touch of no Edmonds. I've got a crinkly bottom and a nose is like a multicolored snot shot. he does come out with the comments. I'll give you that, Alistair. You're very good at your comments.
Yeah.
I hope you're well. Take it easy.
He's my little wee Scottish friend.
Scotland?
We're trying to
Scotland?
look professional and not look at each other as if we're in a different room, but it's not
It's
going to
not.
We
work.
can't help it, can we, Dave?
No, it's not going to work, is it, mate?
No, we even tried to do a little test run and still.
Yeah, it didn't work.
I got literally Donna is here on touching distance
I
to
didn't
me.
even last the fucking
Like-
test run because I went to have my fucking hair sorted in the other room.
Yeah, because Ryan and Donna get on like an house on fire because we both got the same wiring problems.
ADHD fucking bitch in there and ADHD tomboy here.
Yeah, just a reverse, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they're getting on like an house on fire.
I went to the air show
Imagine
today.
if it was one person. Could you just imagine if me and Ryan was one person?
Yeah, it's bad enough 2 people.
You wouldn't be able to deal with that. That would be the ultimate fuckery, that.
Anyway, That's a well-deserved beer tonight.
Ryan says what's going through my brain at times. He beats me to it. It's fucking
Well, I'm glad you
awesome.
both get on, actually. Well, I knew you would anyway.
He's me bitch.
I did enjoy it. You're right, Mary Ellen, and I hope you had fun at the air show. So,
Air show. Is it the air?
oh, the air day. I don't know. Is that
I haven't got any air, so
the air show at the air day, something like that?
AYR is in place in Scotland.
Yeah.
Is he actually taking the piss? Because
But
I
I
don't
just-
know where.
Speak for yourself, Dave.
I went to the air show. Are you taking the mickey? Really?
Let's have a.
I love Mad Ball Day. I don't have to use conditioner.
I have got some footage of today for those who haven't seen it. I'm just waiting for it to upload.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, I'm going to play this, Dave, because this is something you brought to my attention.
Plastic straws that the environmental lobby demanded be banned in order to save the environment. Yeah, turns out the thing that replaced them is incredibly harmful to the environment. Whoops. Paper straws found to contain long-lasting and potentially toxic chemicals, poly and perfluoroalkyl substances, PFAS, which are long-lasting and potentially destructive to human health over time, were discovered in the majority of paper and bamboo straws tested. 18 out of 20 paper straws being used by fast food chains and restaurants contain PFAS. Turns out the coating on those paper straws that makes them water repellent also causes thyroid disease, increased cholesterol levels, liver damage, kidney cancer and testicular cancer. Yeah, you'd think they'd have tested for that before bullying everyone into adopting them. Turns out no. Used over a period of years, the chemical accumulates in the body. They also pose a risk to wildlife and the environment, the study found. Let this be another resounding lesson. You're lectured about environmentalists and climate scientists being beyond question. In some countries, they're trying to pass laws that make posting climate misinformation a criminal offence. Yet their hysterical alarmism has not only been proven wrong, but harmful time and time again. The mad dash to net zero, which began in the 90s with the European Union encouraging the switch over to diesel engines in order to reduce CO2, led to thousands upon thousands of deaths every year from pollution in the EU alone. Wind farms that don't function when it's not windy enough or too windy, slicing their way through endangered birds before crashing and burning. Solar panels that in some countries are classified as toxic waste because they're almost impossible to recycle and end up in landfills. This all goes to the point that any proposals to intervene in the environment should be treated with more scrutiny, not less, which is why you should be extremely suspicious of anybody who lobbies for more silencing and censorship. Especially when it turns out that what they're advocating is more damaging to the environment than the problem it was introduced to address. Want to support your boy here while getting your hands on some high quality vitamins and supplements?
Before we go any further with this one, I'm going to call him it on live as well. You're a twat.
Oh, Matt's wrong again.
He had my fucking squirrels running around like dickheads earlier, thinking I had a really good idea, but then I fucked up by saying so much stupid. But I didn't say so much stupid, did I?
No.
You. It
No,
was
no.
right, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
It
It's
was.
a technical problem. We've started it now.
Air that you breathe, there is a place.
Yeah, that's what I said to him. It's air as in twat. So,
Paper straws, cardboard
now
straws,
it's
eco-friendly and all that. So good, they're so dangerous.
It ain't killing turtles. It's killing humans. Can't be it, can you?
Yeah,
Can't
exactly.
write it, can you?
No, exactly that.
Well, it's the same as the mask that everybody was wearing because they thought, oh yeah. I'm
Now,
gonna
be
be safe.
careful, allegedly.
No, it's been proven.
No, allegedly.
What
We still
has?
gotta say-
Allegedly, it's been
No, we
proven.
still have to say allegedly.
All right, allegedly.
Allegedly proven.
Yeah, allegedly proven. So
What is?
the fact is, the same things that are on them straws are in the mask.
It's funny
And
actually.
then I'd be more worried about the Sahara fucking sand that's magically appeared as well. So don't be bringing that shit in, guys. Just saying.
Go on, Matt. Go on. Give us your.
I seen a video the other day where they were making these surgical masks ready for lockdown 3 or 4 or 5. And do you know what? They were I think Indians, okay, sat in a mud hut, not literally, but that kind of size, making it on their little sewing machine, and they were flying through these surgical masks, bare hands all over them, right? Then they're going down over the floor up to the next man who's then packing them with bare hands into the bag, okay, sealing them and giving them to a driver who's wearing a mask and touching them with his bare hands for us to put them on our face. If that's not enough to change your mind about lockdowns and all the other bullshit that they've come up with and what they're going
No,
to
they
come
want
up
the
with.
mask for the Sahara sand because the Sahara sand particles won't go
We
in.
should have uploaded that tonight, shouldn't we? Because we've seen lots of sandy cars today.
We've seen loads, haven't we? Absolutely loads. Absolutely covered.
Yeah, we didn't have no magnets, did we?
No, we should have took magnets.
Only me, the sex magnet,
Oh,
babe magnet.
We've got a magnet in the van. It's on the aerial that we're now using because I pulled the plug off. We don't watch telly anyway, so we don't need the aerial. But I pulled the plug off.
Trigger
And I
warning.
used it to hold the corner of the fucking flag up.
I don't know why I'm looking at you. I should be looking at that.
We tried to see that. We knew we wanted them.
It's just I can't help it because I know they're there. I should have put a screen up. But yeah, it's all crazy, isn't it? The world's gone absolutely fucking mental, to be honest with you.
Well, the Americans are trying to get right. Joe Biden's trying to get people to wear masks again and get injected. He said,
Joe Biden doesn't even know what
everybody, every kid over 7 months should be injected. Are they really going for this one? Yeah. Are they really going for it?
Right, guys, I'm just going to nip downstairs.
Yeah, you crack on. Me and David take charge, won't we, Dave?
Yeah,
We just talk to each other like, you know,
we're
like
in the
pretend
same
we're
room.
sat next to each other, yeah?
Yeah,
Fuck
like-
it, don't worry about it. Me and Swifty's had that, right? Fuck's sake. It's going to be one of those nights. Buckle up, people. Buckle up. Like and share.
I would love to know who was it that said what the fuck when he walked in last night, because that is the whole reason why we call him what the fuck with Dr. D.
Oh,
Right.
Richard
Someone-
Stedman.
Yeah,
Straight
he was
away
fat.
last night just went, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Richard Stedman said
We
that.
actually sat at home the other night,
And you lucky I only had a hat on and not the blow up dinosaur costume.
and Donna went, so we get a gotcha moment. I went, why, what? She said, we'll let Matt know that we're going to be there after the laugh when he was doing the Dave and the gracious laugh.
You
Right.
thought you got onto us at one point as well,
And
didn't
she
you?
went,
Yeah,
So
but
I
there's
played
more
the-
to come on this that Dave knows about, and I should have picked up on it. Because
so she rung Ryan and says,
No, I messaged him. I showed
oh
him
yeah,
the messages.
right. Are you going to be in this?
Surprise me.
Yeah, right. So he thought we were going to arrive about 10 o'clock, 10:30. Donna gave him a few bits of misleading
But then
information.
threw him right off track with her. We're just swapping drivers, so we only thought we was halfway and we want his neighbour there.
And then
We lost out on that.
But the funny thing was, the night before, Ryan said to me, "Oh, they're not getting here until after 9," and it only dawned on me this afternoon that actually that should have been enough for me to click that Donna had spoken to Ryan, because I hadn't told him that Donna was coming after 9 o'clock. So how did he know? Donna and Dave, sorry. So, yeah, I was slow there.
yeah.
They got airport hangars full of
That's
full
the
of
racing
Blackpool.
sales, mate.
Blackpool of masks need burning as no use. Why are they no use?
Just a fucking,
Apart from not being no good. I mean,
Well, they're no use, exactly so.
yeah, but I mean, they're no use to, we know that, that's fact. But why are they at Blackpool Hospital?
right.
Oh, it's
And why are they banning them if they're dangerous to
We should have had a
humans
picture of
for
fucking
breathing it in?
Sahara Desert in the back.
yeah, we should have.
Why are they banning them? If they're going to ban them, obviously the toxins that are in it are going to be harmful to humans, even if they ban them or whatever. Ban them, we're off banning.
What's that?
Yeah,
Didn't the masks
Oh,
and the
the way you did
vaccine
that.
come from the same place that gave us the virus? 5 letters starting with C, ending with A. Yeah.
just starting.
Yeah.
Starting, not
You
staying.
mean China?
Starting.
Concentrate, mother.
Well, how can I concentrate when I keep getting wet willies?
If it wet day was dry, I got go in with little bags. What's that?
Listen,
They're
they
from
only have to
China.
cope with us or we'll ban
Look at that comment
them.
about the masks. They're from China and don't meet the standards. They come from England. They still don't meet the standards. They still don't protect you, do they?
What fucking standard?
It's mental,
It's
John.
the only
It
thing
really
that's
is.
come from China that's lasted more than 2 weeks.
Good evening.
But they are
Okay.
trying it again in America. They know it's not going to work because there's that much proof out there now that masks don't work, vaccines don't work.
Well,
And Joe Biden's just a fucking retarded.
I don't think they're going to try and push it with bird flu after the fuck up maybe COVID. So, guys, watch out for Project Bluebeam. I think that they might just try that one next.
Yeah.
Because we're all going to believe it.
And why
Well,
all of a sudden, as right, the governments
Yeah.
have actually
I missed
been
nothing.
adding UFOs or whatever they call them now, right? And then all of a sudden, COVID over and done with, and they're not going to get away with it again. They want to say, right, UFOs exist.
Boom, shakalaka.
Boom! You don't think we're going to get attacked by aliens?
They're not burning them. They need it as just stored. Stored firemen told me that they have to do fire check regular. They can check whatever they want. It's like the barge, isn't it? Yeah, they had all those security checks, everything. The fire service went and checked. Environmental health was the only ones that never, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't it mad? And actually, while we're talking about that, you had a comment today, didn't you, Donna, on your live? And what a stupid comment. Now I know that's small to everyone, so I'll read it out. It doesn't make much sense, by the way, so bear with me. Anyway, this lady is referring to illegals that are arriving in our country currently, okay? They cannot give them houses because there are not the houses to give them. Well, whose are they then? They think when they come over that they will get houses, but they won't. They can't, as there are no houses to give them. There is. They hear everyone on Facebook saying that they will be giving them a house on arrival. They will be handed bank accounts, etc. They hear that on Facebook off the people. It is as much fault of the people in the UK. You're talking absolute nonsense, okay? As the border force, people should get their brains in gear before opening their gobs and typing away. As I make it clear that if any come near me or my property, they will not walk away. They won't. They might never walk again.
Right.
In truth.
Okay, so let me get
That was long.
how I took this. First of all, what they can't do and what they actually do are two different things. Without a doubt. There's a lot of things that they can't do, but they're still doing it because they think they've got this power over us and it's all about control, right? Number two, it's nothing to do with the people. They're just pointing out what's actually happening and it's what's already happening. So that is why they're putting it all over because they're getting treated better than people in this fucking country, right? It should be our own before anybody, right? Especially homeless, right? Why are our homeless getting put in fucking places like that?
Do you know?
And number three, if any of them come to fucking a threat towards me, they won't walk again. And there's plenty of places to bury people these days, and where there's no fucking evidence, there's no crime. Fuck them.
We went down to the hotel today, didn't we? Right, and we met what was a great community of people, very welcoming, very dedicated to what they want and what they know, and if the worst happens, they've got Plan B, right? And they're very organised. They're getting donations. Unfortunately, the media's cropping the footage they want of certain arrests or, you know, the odd firework going off as if the riffraff are down there, and that's not the truth. Where's your pint, Matt? Where's my pint? I've got a drink.
They are playing dirty.
Stella, she's the only lady I have.
Trying to make them out to be right wing and fucking shit
Apart from
like that.
Bill Debbie.
And despite what people at the camp think of Katie Hopkins, she's the only one with a massive following that's going to be able to get that out anywhere. That they're not just people genuinely. But it only means more today with us visiting because when because I thought it was 300 went in, right, and they stayed there until we got rejected or whatever. But this is where there are 200 to 300 of them in until for 3 weeks until they start flooding them out into the public. Now you work that out with a place that's 800 strong, right? Because it's a small community.
400.
Right?
I asked. It was 4.
No, it says 800 on that poster. I'm sure it's 800.
Oh right, well let's go with it. Yeah.
We'll go with 800. Either way,
Yeah.
it's not 400.
Even at 240 or 300,
Yeah.
it's nearly
So
quarter, isn't it?
say they do manage to get the maximum of 300 in every 3 weeks. It's going to take 9 weeks to outnumber that village of migrants. That is not good because there's a lot of old people there. It's a little retirement type village. Do you know what I mean? And this is what they're doing.
It was actually quite sad speaking today to 2 gentlemen myself. I don't know if you actually managed to
I
speak
managed
to
to
them.
chat with a few, but I was taking the piss, so they was just laughing at me taking the piss.
One of them was in his 70s, right? And I asked him, what does this, how does this change your life and your family or affect where you live? And it was really sad to see that he had said that at the age of 70, his wife had gone online and started looking at properties at the Isle of Man, ready to move out of their own village where they're born and bred in Wales, in their own country, because the government think that it's normal and it's okay to stick these fucking idiots in there. When he continued to tell me £59,000 per head.
Yeah, but the problem with that is if they don't manage to sell that house before they move in, and it's someone that hasn't seen it covered on the news, right? They'll get a good price for it. But as soon as they move in, house prices are going to plummet, and they're not going to get anything for their house.
That hotel got four million.
Love you, sweetie.
4 million upfront payment to refurbish it, and someone's got in there and done a load of water damage by all accounts, haven't they? We couldn't see that, but yeah. And
they've smashed windows and shit already, and that's before the migrants even get in there.
Yeah, they're getting services now from England because no company in Wales will actually provide a service to them. Whether that's
fucking diverse as fucking security.
Oh mate, yeah.
We're Jamaica, we got a bobsleigh team. Kiss my lucky egg. Fuck my life.
Good evening, Pauline. How are you doing?
Hi, Pauline.
How are you doing? We've had a mental. Well, we haven't had a mental day. We've had a really good day.
It's been chilling, but it's been funny.
Yeah. It has been. And we
I
come
want to
back.
buy Ryan an ice cream tomorrow. For some reason, earlier on today, I said I just want to buy Ryan an ice cream.
I don't know why.
No
idea.
Right.
It was funny on the fence though, wasn't it? Because they couldn't get the skips in, so somebody's put 3 bags of skips where the skips should be.
You have your skips now, bastards.
But no, it was good. And then tomorrow, like I say, we're going to go out, just do a bit of flying, a bit of chilling, aren't we?
I'm going to let Matt loose
A bit
from
of
my drone.
swimming.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Loose from my drone out, mate.
Yeah. And it's not my fault if it lands in the water, because that's where we're going, apparently.
Because that's not one of the cheap ones.
Today, we might end up in the water as well.
Yeah, we might. But why we were doing all that, we missed obviously what's been in the news. Let's have a look at this.
Good afternoon. Daniel Khalif, the terror suspect who escaped from Wandsworth Prison and sparked a major search, has been arrested. The Metropolitan Police said he was detained in Chiswick in West London just before 11 a.m. this morning. The former soldier has been on the run since Wednesday morning, when it's believed he slipped out by clinging to the underside of a delivery lorry. With more details, here's Callum Watkinson.
After a nationwide manhunt, 21-year-old Daniel Khalif was finally found here in Chiswick this morning, around 5.5 miles from the jail he escaped from. Now, the police said they focused their attention on this particular area of West London after a number of confirmed sightings were called in by the public overnight. There were police helicopters circling overhead here overnight as well, following what the Met described as intelligence-led activity and calls from the public. And just before 11 a.m, the police finally had him in handcuffs. Now, that means he was on the run for over 74 hours. Now, he's believed to have escaped from HMP Wandsworth on Wednesday morning by strapping himself underneath a food delivery van after leaving the prison's kitchen in a cook's uniform. In a statement, the Met said, "We would like to thank the public and media for their support throughout our investigation to locate Khalif, and will provide a further update on his arrest in due course."
Callum Watkinson reporting from Chiswick in West London. Well, following Khalif's arrest, Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has thanked the police and the public for their help in recapturing him. He was speaking at the G20 summit in India. Here's what he had to say.
Well, I'm very pleased with the news, and my thanks to the police officers for their fantastic work over the past couple of days, but also to the public who came forward with an enormous number of leads to help the police in their inquiries. It's good news that we've recaptured the person concerned. As people already know, the Justice Secretary has initiated an inquiry into the circumstances of his escape, and that work will continue. But this is obviously very welcome news, and again, my thanks to the police, but also to the public for their help.
Welcome to the police, because the rapists have done the job for a change. I call BS.
Right.
I call BS until I actually physically see that a video of him being arrested or any videos of him in court and shit. I do not believe it. I believe he's dead and he didn't fucking kill himself.
Yeah. And go on, Dave. Go on.
Right. The guy obviously did his basic training. Right. He might have been in the signal fucking communication, fucking radio, fucking people. But they all go through the basic training.
And he was above athletic, like Max just said.
And part of your basics training is escape and evasion. Now, if he's climbing under a truck, right, and when I went to jail, I worked in the kitchen. When you got a delivery, yeah, you went out and unloaded it, and then before the truck could leave, there was a roll call. Yeah? So they didn't do a roll call. He's used escape and this is hypothetical, right? He's escaped. They didn't do a roll call. He's used escape and evasion tactics and got out. Right?
Yeah,
he's managed. When did he go fucking missing?
4 days ago.
4 days ago. He's got to Chiswick. Right? He's evaded the police, which isn't fucking hard to do, is it? Right? For 4 days.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, he gets on a push bike in Chiswick. Right? And saying, I call bullshit.
Bullshit.
I think he's fucking. I reckon he's right.
Bullshit.
It is something definitely not adding up. I mean,
no,
why would you even go out on a bike?
These days, 2 + 2 makes 5. You can't be racist.
Yeah, no. Oh, well, it's another thing that was down at the hotel today, wasn't it? 70-year-old men talking 70-year-old men talking about Antifa. Yeah. I mean, I probably never mentioned that word in all his life, and all of a sudden they're going to rock up with these 200, 300 men.
Hired mouth, one of them called them, didn't he?
Yeah, and another one called them rent-a-gob. You know, these are, retired men. It's crazy.
You didn't expect to go to South Wales and see this type of people.
That guy that said
right,
with all the pushing off.
Genuine, straight people. They're straight up and down, right? And they're trying to protect the community, and they don't want all them future engineers out and about. But for them to go on about Antifa, like Matt said earlier when he was chatting, he said, I bet that a 70-year-old gentleman, right, would never, ever utter the words, fuck Antifa and dog shite.
I would love to have the one that called him cunt.
Yeah, well, that was the same. That was the same one. And he said they're cunts.
I have told them that I'm going to have a go at doing that new sign on and flag for them, but we can't put the new sign on.
Yeah,
we're all in on 30 days through it.
Yeah, it was a pretty good sound, but we're not.
No, we, your new neighbours.
Matt said, what do you want on your green screen tonight? And I went, I don't know. Why didn't you put that thing you took a picture of and done? I went, can't put that up.
It was bad enough with him in Asda. For God's sake, he couldn't behave himself there.
I got a warning as well before we went in.
I dragged him round by his ear and all. Okay.
We went.
There's someone dancing, though.
Yeah, we went to get him some supplies. Just water, tea, coffee, milk.
Sugar, milk.
Yeah, just to help them out.
We didn't know what else.
Wanted.
Yeah, exactly. Pauline's bang on there, isn't she? In the sense of it's basically scaremongering tactics. I mean, me, Donna, and Dave spoke last night briefly on the subject, and when they actually put it to me that what they thought, it actually clicked to me that, do you know what? Your theory could be bang on the money. And in fact, this guy doesn't even exist. In fact, this guy is possibly dead and of no fault of his own. Yeah. No one's seen him be caught. And why would you go out and ride a bike?
And did we actually see a picture of it? Did they actually put a picture of it?
Nope.
So have you seen a picture of him? So how did the fucking public identify him if he's not?
If you, what I'll do.
You notice there's a lot of smoke screens at the minute.
Loads. I mean, I said today, didn't we?
You've got the Sahara Sand.
Oh, yeah.
You've got the fucking, because apparently there was one in America as well, so they're keeping them occupied with another one in America. So you've got 2 prisoners, right?
Australia is.
No, it was America.
Was it?
Yeah.
I thought it was Australia.
Well,
then you've got all this shit where they're going to bring back the masks and they're going to so they are covering the smoke screen somewhere at the minute.
Yeah. So, Dave, have you not seen? Because I know obviously you've both been working all week, haven't you? And then obviously in a mad rush because work double booked you, didn't they?
Yeah.
So you were coming here yesterday.
So we got to play out on our own separate trucks.
How was that?
It was ace.
How did you get on with that then, Dave?
It was horrendous.
Oh, was it?
No, it was quite good. It was quite. The site we went to was beautiful. I sent you some pictures.
When they come out and they went, oh, you brought both of them at the same time. Well, you can get out by driving round the site, not a problem. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Made
it possible for you to arrive yesterday at 20 to 9, dressed as Debbie and Donna. Yeah. Should have been on it there, shouldn't I? Should have been a bit quicker.
You was gotcha'd, mate.
Yeah, you thought you was on it.
Yeah, seen a picture, but could have been a copper. Well, you seen a picture of him being arrested, Pauline?
Is there actually any pictures of him in the news at all?
Yeah. Well, let me play this. So some of you would have seen this on the Questions Live, but for Donna and Dave, who obviously they work hard in the week, they wouldn't have seen this. So let's catch up with the story and go from there.
Not working out.
This was the road to freedom taken by Daniel Khalif as he drove out of Wandsworth Prison on Wednesday morning as a stowaway strapped to the bottom of a catering delivery truck. Once he was out of the prison and hanging on to the underneath of that truck, Khalif was very quickly in these suburban streets and would have been looking for an opportunity like a road junction or traffic lights to roll out from under the truck and disappear into the anonymity of the capital city. A former British soldier accused of trying to spy for Iran, he was being held ahead of his trial, which is supposed to take place in November. From Wandsworth Prison, the truck drove a mile north before pulling up near this major road junction, where police now have their first breakthrough.
We've had a confirmed sighting of Daniel Khalif coming out from underneath the lorry near Wandsworth roundabout. So that's Trinity Road as it goes into Swandon Way. Daniel was spotted then walking towards Wandsworth Town Centre along Swandon Way.
This is the Bidfood truck that Khalif used to escape, caught on CCTV that morning. This footage that we filmed of an almost identical vehicle shows that there are several places underneath it where he could have concealed himself. School friends and army friends of Khalif have told us that he went to Teddington School in South London and was a talented 100-metre runner. In the army, he had a reputation as a joker who messed around in basic training. For the rest of his army career, he was based at this Stafford barracks, working with the high-tech Royal Signals Regiment. It's here that he's accused of trying to spy for Iran last year. Wandsworth Prison, where he was being held, is not a high-security prison. It's Category B, not Category A. The government's independent advisor on terrorism legislation has suggested that that was a poor decision.
When you have someone who's suspected of espionage, of a crime against the state, who may have a network with a hostile state, at that stage, how do you deal with them? I would have thought that someone who's charged with espionage ought to be held more securely.
There are certainly questions about the security culture at the prison. One driver who made regular trips into Wandsworth has told the BBC that his vehicle was never checked underneath. Tonight, detectives released these pictures of the style of prison kitchen clothes that Khalif was wearing when he escaped, as they urged more members of the public to come forward and help them in their manhunt.
So, Daniel, for the detectives, something tangible in their investigation.
It's a really, really important moment, because once you've got a confirmed sighting of a suspect, then you can work the investigation out from there. So tonight already, just near that road junction, we're seeing detectives going door to door, asking people if they've got CCTV, have they seen anything, is there anything on their Ring doorbells? So this is an absolute starting point for them to work out from. The trouble is, of course, they're 2.5 days behind, so that makes things very difficult. They have been doing other lines of inquiry, but in terms of following the trail of Daniel Khalif, this is the starting point, and they will work very, very, very fast out from there. The question is whether they hit hitches on the road very quickly, or whether they're able to actually make this trail, follow this trail very, very fast, and ultimately find him quite quickly.
Sure, okay.
Why, Louise? None at all.
Exactly, right. That is the biggest load of bollocks I've ever heard. Right. London is the most CCTV camera,
especially you, Les.
Yeah. You've got all the useless cameras, you've got all the congestion charge cameras, you've got all the spy cameras. right?
It's fucking
You
shite.
can't
It
go
is fucking
anywhere,
shite.
right? If you're
Yes.
dressed in chef's whites, right, you would stand out from all the idiots wearing posh suits and fucking lycra because they're all knobheads, that they're either fucking posh knobs wearing suits or the fucking idiots who ride bikes with lycra on. You was walking through any part of London in a set
He's
of
as
chef's
real
whites.
as the fucking Sahara sand.
I call bullshit on it. I reckon, what if the police or the anti-terrorist squad had arrested
If
this
he'd done
guy?
something like that, he should have been put in glass house.
Yeah, and I can't. Like I said, if you've done, I have done escape and evasion. Right, I didn't do it how they wanted it, but I fucking did it, and I did actually fucking escape and evade capture. Yeah, because
Maybe
they have
fucking
this
jump
plan. Right, when you do it, right, they let you go, right, and they give you an hour to get as far as you can, and then evade capture. Not a problem, right? So they know that if they're giving you an hour, right, you're going to be roughly somewhere. Well, I did it different. I thought, well, I ain't running down the fucking road for an hour and getting a load of fucking arrogant powers fucking beating the shit out of me. So I just clapped. I run for about 20 minutes, found the biggest tree I could and strapped myself to it all weekend. It was class. Because I was the only person that didn't get caught. And when I walked into the barracks, right, I was hungry. I was tired, right? But I was the only person who evaded capture. And when they said to me, how have you done that? You're the only person who has not been captured. I went, can't tell you that. It's on the official secret act. So I'm saying, if he's had the nous and the knowledge to escape, which that's what you're trained to do. This is what you're trained to do in the army before you pass out. Right? So the army don't say escape for 4 days, get 6 miles up the fucking road, yeah?
Even the squirrels are
And go for a bike ride. That has never ever been in the army training book. Not one that I've read. I've only read fucking one, but I think that was
And this is why we love Paul.
yeah, that's what I did. Hit up the fucking tree. Strapped myself to it with my belt, which wasn't really a belt, it was like barely but swam.
Pauline.
Because they actually dress
Yeah,
you
that's what I'm
like
laughing
set
at.
of swats. You can't just go out in standard clothes. So you turn up in a village, right? People are going to ring the police anyway or the army thinking, right, there's a fucking nutcase walking around, looks like fucking Wesel Gummy. He's got baler band for fucking belts, he's got a fucking jacket 2 sizes too big, and his trousers are falling down. He did actually
I
look
don't
like a
believe anything
fucking...
the mainstream say. I don't believe
No.
anything fucking that
Not having
stupid fucking idiot says. You need them off.
If he existed in the first place, right, I think we'd have heard about it. But
I reckon he's Aiden James' best mate. Shit, did I say that out loud?
But I don't
Just
know,
saying.
right? If you've been in the military and you've done
Sorry,
escape
don't
and
help yourself.
evasion, you don't escape, right? Go 6 miles up the road, then after 4 days, go for a bike ride.
Welcome
in the
to
most
the 10 o'clock
glamorous
news
fucking
with
city in the world. I don't know.
There you go. I'll be back. Hang on 1 second.
I'll be back.
Yeah, it's right, Pauline. That's what you're doing it. Use your head, right? You're not going to run for an hour and then
Which bit, Pauline?
see you up a tree as well.
No, she said what out loud. Don't know what you're talking about.
Because I probably called her, that's why.
No, she's seen if I say it again, she'll say it again just for fucking shits and giggles.
Oh, go on.
You mean it's been about him being fucking Aiden James' best mate?
Here's a van coming, right?
No, it's not ban coming. I just can't believe it's still idiots believing that he's fucking innocent.
Well, that's it. That is the problem, to be fair. Say what out loud, Donna? He looks like he was still
I'm not
training
going to get into that one because
on Soggy Biscuit.
that's up to them people, innit?
But didn't you, right? You knew.
No, he's
Pauline,
obviously passed all his training. He was 21.
right? Well, it doesn't mean
Apparently, allegedly.
right? You know, right, when them bastards let you go, right, you're going to run like fuck for an hour, then they're going to know where you're going to be in an hour. So that's where they're going to start looking. If you run for 20 minutes, right, they've gone past you, so you can just sit up there all fucking weekend. It's great.
Yeah.
It's the best thing to do. But, right, it doesn't matter because the adrenaline's
The
going
thing
to say, I
is,
can't get caught, I can't go.
His training
I can't
is in
get
glass
caught.
house.
I can't get fucking tortured by a load of fucking horrors, right? That are fucking slightly deranged because they jump out of aeroplanes with bits of rag on them and they think they're fucking out, man. I just think they're a set of fucking lunatics with quiffs now and fucking silly glasses. I've seen them.
Yeah, the army one used to be.
Right.
Oh,
so you know.
And I can't believe he's supposed to be getting prison time for fucking laying down play bombs.
Funny, actually, isn't it, as well? Because what I find funny about the whole thing is a poxy £20,000 was put out from the Metropolitan Police yesterday, right, for awards for someone that could obviously lead them to his arrest. And within 24 hours, they've led to an arrest. But no one's been paid out. But there was a grass. There must have been. If a man's been arrested, there's got to be someone that's told him, because Sunak thanking the police. What for?
Exactly.
What the fuck's he done? What have the police done?
Just turning up for somebody says he's riding his bike down Main Street in.
Oh yeah, the most wanted man in the UK. Just taking a stroll in London. It sounds real, doesn't it? Sounds so fucking real.
Yeah. If he's been radicalised and he wanted to be a terrorist, right? You would have thought. Right?
No, they called him a right-wing terrorist, which is fucking annoying, really.
Well,
it would have been funny, right? Because if I was going to do escape, right, and I only got to Chiswick before fucking dead, right, I'd have been wearing a fucking
Baker.
I'd have been
dressed up
as a black
full
lamppost, post box. Fucking I would. You wouldn't know if he was a local woman. You wouldn't know who the fuck he was, would you? Think as fuck. Oh well, I've escaped. I've lasted 4 days. Now I'm
alright.
a fucking walk around Chiswick. Fucking lonely. 6 miles away.
You just wouldn't do it though, would you? It makes no sense. And as Swifty said last night, something ain't adding up, and it's not.
None of it's adding up.
None of it. No. And lots of, like you said, smoke screens and all that going on at the moment.
That's right, Colin. Yeah, I think it's full.
What's that?
Well,
What about even Tasha's put, yeah, I would have been one of the 6 foot, but thanks to Dave, I would have been out.
But no, what's next? Do you know what I mean? It is.
The aliens are coming.
It's all the smoke.
The aliens are coming. We've got a new COVID variant coming. We've got the most wanted man in the UK arrested on a push bike in London 4 days after he's escaped prison.
Exactly.
It all sounds so real, doesn't it? You got fucking magnetic sand on cars. God.
The Sahara sand is technically magnetic. It's got positive and negative magnetic minerals and shit in it. But my point is, it's Sahara.
Where's the wind come from?
Where's the fucking wind?
Yeah.
How the fuck has it got here?
Yeah.
Come on the jet stream. It's coming the
What?
jet stream.
Well,
If anything, that's sand from fucking Freeport. Right? It's not fucking Sahara. You can kiss my ass.
I don't give a fuck. I think it's a load of lazy bastards that can't wash the car. And they think, right, your car, right, it's a nice car, why don't you wash it? And it's going, I don't know, it just fell
It's
from
been
the
a
fucking
small
sky,
rain.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Fucking idiots.
Mental.
They think we're fucking stupid.
Anyway.
Don't touch it because it'll scratch your car. No, don't touch it because it's going to be harmless if you fucking breathe it in. That's what it is.
Debbie, when I had 5 minutes today, I dressed up especially for you and I took a picture and I just want to show the world how good I looked for you. This is Mary. Meet Mary. Okay? This is Debbie's better half.
Where did you get a picture of our last one? Not you.
Mate, he's going to have broken ribs so he gets home.
That's me that's fucked my ribs now.
There's no wind here, for fuck's sake. I'm melting. Yeah. High five to that. I'm the same. Oh. So today I actually flicked the camera back when we were outside the hotel. I caught myself and my head was bubbling. I thought, that's enough. End the life.
Hey, you nearly got a slap in Ashley at Tesco's or wherever it was.
Why?
Because you was trying to encourage him to be a twat.
The Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man. Have you not got the Muffin Man?
Have you not seen?
Did you not video the Muffin Man?
No, because he went. When I went to ask him, he went, "What did he say?"
Do you know the Muffin Man?
I went, "Do you know him?" He went, "I don't think I do. I don't think so. No."
We've been dealing with a couple of scammers
just film that anyway. You know what I mean? Because he was a
scammers. Yeah.
So one of the scammers think that you could keep their haddises.
You're great, isn't it?
Because they're easy to look after. After I showed him well, I asked them where the Muffin Man was several times, and they went, one of them actually turned around and says, "Oh yeah, I know the Muffin Man." I went, "Oh, do you live down Drury Lane?" "Yeah." I was like, oh, well, have you heard about your prize? But you need to claim it. And he's like, oh, don't worry about me. I said, well, if you live down Cherry Lane, you need it more than me, mate. So you need to fucking claim it.
There's
And then you
no
sent
need
me a
to be.
video. He sent me a video of 2 people doing the Muffin Man song, right? It was proper weird, right? And I've sent it to the scammer, didn't I? And put, this is me and my hubby, don't we look lovely?
I thought he was going to film that just because I was being on one. I thought he was just going to film him.
I filmed him.
I
did film him. It's very quiet. Look, so I'm not sure you'll see it because of my green screen. And obviously, as today's been all about. Oh, I got a good picture of them though.
Bit nuts. Bit nuts.
Good picture of the security. Look.
All right.
There's the face of
When
security.
Jamaica we got a bobsleigh team.
I got a big good picture.
Look at egg. And I did.
We picked up the accent while we were down there, not the Welsh one.
What you doing, man? You can't go on there.
I thought.
You go on there.
What about the big steadhead security that didn't have any best book all on?
I thought this was a very good. Just bear with us, people, because obviously this weekend I come off the live last night as well. Pauline to tell you, literally 9 o'clock prompt because Debbie and Dave. You get out. Hang on. Pause the screen down behind you. Just bear with me, guys. 1 second.
We've only got a bit of a green screen. We're frozen.
Ooh, breathe in, Dave. Breathe in. Sorry.
Breathe in.
Get off. Get off the green screen.
Get off me, you bastard.
There you go. You're back up.
Now I understand why there's 2 pins in that fucking light show.
I told you, see, now you witnessed it firsthand. There you go. Good job it's not the Gracious Live tonight, eh? Okay. Good job you allow me to do these things and get away with it. But yeah, let me.
Even Ryan said when we went back outside, he went, you were red, you didn't get embarrassed. What he did, he went bright red.
Yeah, it was quite fun. We've had a good day and good night last night. And obviously, Matt was on the live with Dave, so after that, we come off. We had a good chat, and then we went out today. So it has been a bit hectic. So we just played it by ear, haven't we?
Sorry, say that again. I missed that.
Just going on about why there's not a lot downloaded.
Yeah, so we just. I put my phone down and we went out and enjoyed ourselves, didn't we?
I was asked to do that.
That smells lovely, Donna.
Yeah. Do you want one?
No.
I'm
just going to. Oh, pizza last night. That was banging.
Yeah.
I wasn't eating them.
Any pizza when we got here. As soon as the pizza got here, he wanted pizza.
No, I ate pizza. Did anyone find the Muffin Man? No. No one wanted to play either. No. It's raining here. Yes. Oh, John, come on. Fucking hell, it's a long, cold winter, man.
There's been massive thunderstorms in Whitlinton.
There you go. Thunder and lightning and storms. So they must be having what you said about earlier. We had thunderstorms earlier. Well, we don't want thunderstorms. Keep them.
Yeah.
What a pisser. Debbie and Donna got Matt. Well, good. Yeah. I should have been on it, Pauline. I had a.
Everyone.
Well, no, I didn't. I didn't know because.
It was that last week.
Yeah, well, when I asked Donna what time she was coming, her reply was, "Well, we should be there just after 9." And at that point, they then posted a picture saying, "Driver swap." So I thought, they're only halfway. That Donna's 9 o'clock is not happening. That's going to be 10, 11 o'clock. No, that wasn't the case. So
just we stitched you up.
Yeah, good and proper.
But we got back, didn't we? And we picked Ryan up and went for a meal.
Yeah,
and that was a good meal.
Yeah, brought Ryan out of the show a little bit, isn't it? Because obviously it's the first time you met him. It's in fact, I mean, he's met Pauline and Dave.
Smash, so we could both exchange our chips for mash at the same time, and I didn't feel enough ball.
I thought this was great though. That's too small, isn't it? For those of you that can't read, there you go. It's on your screen now. That was a good sign.
Yeah, it was a good sign.
Because that's another thing that the gents down there mentioned, wasn't it? In their age, that everything is racist now. You can't mention the fact that it's actually racist against white people. Nope, no white privilege.
We never got that in the shop down there. They said the package shop. not a packer shop, is it?
It's a pea shop.
It's
Anyway, moving on. Donna's face. Never strike on YouTube. Fuck's sake.
Well, it's probably feeling left out after you and fucking David.
Well, if you can get us banned, and Dave can get us banned.
Blame Debbie.
Wait until that one's off the fucking list before you get straight.
Everyone needs a Debbie and Donna. Yeah, they do. Debbie and Donna surprise is what everyone needs. No storm in London. No storm in Wales. We've been, like I said, we come back.
Yeah, you don't need storms. You've got stabbings.
We have a storm here in Scotland. 4 plus. Look what Donna just put. Not Donna just put. That's because you said it.
4 plus. Do you remember that old times table song you used to sing? Well, that's gone now, hasn't it?
Because you're a racist.
4 plus 4. No. It's 2 plus 2.
What did you miss, Tasha? The picture? I'll put it back up if that's what you're on about. It's very small. I thought it would have been a bit bigger than that.
No,
but
she got someone talking to her.
Oh.
I
do apologize. I don't know.
There was some good signs there. And there was a lot of...
a hell of a lot of flags, banners, weren't there? But shockingly, the lady across the road having a problem with the protesters being too noisy. I don't know what she's expecting when there's 300 people, 300 single men rock up, and they've got to be out all day.
Yeah. 300 men every 3 weeks.
What do you think of ULEZ?
Oh, here we go.
It's classic.
Well, it's a waste. But this is a guy who played this in a week, if you haven't seen this.
Some call them vigilantes, others criminals. They call themselves the ULEZ Blade Runners. Around 100 activists, all using any means necessary to disable cameras, taking the fight against the London Mayor's clean air policy to the streets. Lee is part of a small group of saboteurs who go out most weeks. Speaking exclusively on camera to GB News, he says Sadiq Khan is targeting the city's most vulnerable.
To charge the poorest of people to drive around is unacceptable. Sadiq Khan talks about the fact that 9 out of 10 of cars are compliant. If 9 cars out of 10 are compliant, who are the 1 in 10? The 1 in 10 are the poorest people, the ones who can't afford a compliant car. So they're the ones you're charging. So therefore it's a tax on the poor. It's that simple.
It's important to stress, of course, that what you're doing is illegal. Do you consider yourself to be a criminal?
I'm not a criminal in any way, shape or form. I'm just literally, I'm doing what I believe is right, and I'll stand by that, and I'll sit on that hill until the time comes when I'm no longer allowed to.
Lee is adamant that the Blade Runners will not stop their sabotage.
There's enough of us, myself included, where we're not going to give up. We're not going to give up until either all them cameras are gone, or TfL and Sadiq Khan or the next mayor turns around and scraps the idea completely.
Ask the question then, Tasha. You just say, I just seen your comments. It's see you next Tuesday. And I've just been put into the expansion. So you're going to get that charge. If you want to share with us, what action are you going to take when, obviously, you enter the zones and you get charged? Will you pay that? Or, you don't have to answer that. And the reason is we were talking about it, weren't we, Dave? And a lot of people, no matter what it is with what they're putting at us at the moment, a lot of fear. Families don't, if you've got to provide for a family or your wife or whatever it is, it just comes.
The SARS have been proved illegal, haven't they?
Have they?
Yeah.
Oh right, okay.
A guy actually had £11,000 fine, and he took it to a tribunal. And the tribunal actually said it only says that you're entering a fucking ULEZ zone. It doesn't say you will be charged. So
is that
actually won his case.
Was that on GB News?
Yeah.
That's Noel.
Something like that.
Noel Cox, I think. It's Clyde Spencer's friend.
So he's actually won it, but because it was only a tribunal, it's not in law. So you can only quote it.
Yeah.
It's not. So they will keep giving you the ticket. But I can't understand, right? He wants cleaner air in London. He wants all compliant cars. But if you don't buy a compliant car, you can still come in and pollute the air if you give him £12.50 a fucking day.
Well, £12.50 a day gets you 24 hours of fresh air. Yeah. Just like that.
Yeah.
Protection.
Well, it's not fresh air, is it?
No, it's not. No.
It's still the same fucking air. It's just people are paying £12.50 to come. So
I don't have a car at the moment, so it's not affecting me. But my 89-year-old nan has become very lonely because she can't visit her family. See, that's the effects. That's the real effects that this cheapskate has on families in London, isn't it? And
Well,
the expansion.
He even paid the consultant to give him the right answers. Well, that's a conflict of interest.
Yeah.
It's actually been proved that the independent researchers was actually paid by the Mayor of London's office.
I don't have a car at the moment, so it's not affecting me. But my 89-year-old nan has become very lonely because she can't visit her family, and that's all for $12.50 a day for him. But it's nothing to do with greed and cash. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it's like if you do a night shift and you go into London at, I don't know what time it's at, I'd say 6:30, right?
Yeah.
And you leave at 2 o'clock in the morning for your job. That means it's cost you 25 quid to go to work for one shift. How much do you get for a night shift? I don't know. Say you get 100 quid for a night shift, 25 quid of it's gone straight after you've paid your tax and you've paid the ULIS at £25, right?
Yeah.
There's no.
Well, they're basically the new Robin Hoods, aren't they?
Yeah, but
literally.
At least he wore a fucking mask.
Yeah, he complied. Yeah, he did comply. But Tasha, if you want, you can drop me a message or Loquacious Live or whatever. I'm sure we got people in and around London that are very trustworthy, all licensed up, and not willing to fund
you can
the
always go on
ULEZ.
Amazon.
And we can get your nan to a family member if she needs a lift, maybe if someone's around. So there's no loneliness there. We can only do what we can, can't we?
There is a. We don't need the mic. Fuck off. There is a little contraption you can buy on Amazon or eBay, and you can have "fuck you" on one plate and your normal number plate. And when you're going in, you just flip it.
Yeah. Have you seen what else they're doing? They're sticking Sadiq Khan's face right in the middle of the number plates, so he can't read them. And they, like I said, they vow to continue to take them down.
Weeds over there as well.
Funny, isn't it? They can catch a prisoner after 4 days, 6 miles away, but they can't catch fucking Blade Runners taking cameras down every night. Fucking hell, it gets worse. It really does.
Blade Runners arrest.
Not that I want to.
And they're helping
and they can't even fucking identify them. CCTV.
It made me laugh. The one that actually got up that post and he actually pulled a fucking torque wrench, electric torque wrench out of his fucking pocket.
Yeah. I'm off to the fucking toilet, mate.
I'd pre-register my car to Khan's office or Labour office. That's a good idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Somebody
really
did it.
difficult.
Yeah,
Yeah,
listen to it.
that's a good idea, or any public office in that
You
sense,
go in the
really.
kitchen.
I'm going to the toilet.
All right.
So yeah, that's actually a good idea, John. I'll give you that one. Bless you. We are visiting her, but she likes to just pop to Tesco's and little things like that, and she is lost. What? So does she? Sorry, Tasha. Does she drive then? Does she, or does she normally get picked up and the people can't get her because of the expansion?
She won't be able to afford the fucking money, will she?
Yeah, so I'm saying she's driving, or would it be someone else picking her up? Because it's sad, isn't it, that people of that age have to miss out on family time or their little bits that they enjoy.
It's all part of destroying the fucking nuclear family.
They have great enjoyment of destroying families, don't they? No matter what the situation is, whether it's ULEZ,
kids allowed to identify as things and not have to tell their parents.
Schools, social services, government. I mean, it's all
part of making everyone.
She drives usually, but since the expansion, she can't because her car isn't. Tell her to register her car to my address. I don't care. I'll stick the tickets in the bin. Fucking hell, man. It's but it's fear, isn't it? That's what gets it. It's the fear that they put it. I mean, at 89 years of age.
I'll register the car to button fucking boom.
Yeah, definitely. It's just, but also at that age, you can't just make them change or understand their ways. Do you know what I mean? It's fear, isn't it? You or I would just do it. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's very sad, and it's only going to get worse. So they're on it. We were talking about it Wednesday actually, and I asked the question: do you think he'll put the price up? And Dave reckons he'll put it up to 15 quid a piece. The congestion. I think the congestion is 15.
An electric car's going to get eventually.
Electric cars. Well, like that possible police car today that could have been
broke down.
that could have been
Can't
electric.
park that there, mate.
It looked like he was giving himself a ticket, didn't it?
Well, no, I get that, Tasha. 89. You're not going to be very mobile, unfortunately. But it's very sad. But anyway, if we can help, you drop us a message and we will. We will. So.
Why is it your camera down here, mate?
Yeah, but another thing is with the Euclid's cameras and all the CCTV cameras, right? If you're all right to get stabbed to death, the mayor ain't bothered about that, right? And they can't catch any of these people that are going around stabbing other people, right? But if you go there in a fucking car to stab somebody, right, they'll catch you if you don't pay your Euclid's charge.
What?
Concentrate.
Oh, right. Sorry, I thought I'd press them up. You put me off then.
It's right, that, isn't it? Yeah.
Sorry, say that again.
If you go to stab somebody in London and you do actually stab somebody, right, the CCTV can't capture you. But if you go in a non-compliant car, right, you'll actually get caught on the camera, so you can get charged £12.50.
Yeah.
It costs you £12.50 to go stab somebody.
Yeah. If you go for a bus lane and don't pay, they'll be lifting you the next morning because they can track you down.
Yeah.
Escape from prison, murder someone, rape someone, groom children.
Thank you for the police.
And they get fined.
Don't
Don't push it with the prison sentences. They get fined.
The police, with all the CCTV,
It's the same
come
with that
find
carnival in it.
Oh, wow. That's something else, isn't it? Notting Hill, you were like.
Yeah.
That's
Shetty Alley.
That's something else. I mean, if 300 was it 300 arrests? I can't remember how many PCs were so-called assaulted, because that's all they're worried about as well, themselves, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not that there was 300 arrests and the public were in danger. The police might get pushed or attacked.
Well, what someone said, there was 800 arrests. Well, then someone said there wasn't any.
5 stabbed Liverpool.
When was that?
When?
I hadn't heard about this.
You're welcome, Tasha. No problems. Yeah, I hadn't heard about that, but we hadn't even looked at the news, have we? To be honest, so.
We haven't. Donna and Matt did the lives today, and we had a good chat, and we've had a good day. So Matt hasn't been on his phone. So if you try to get hold of Matt, he's been busy enjoying himself.
Yeah, my phone's blocked as well until Tuesday, innit? So I can't get any calls or messages. So no data when I'm out. So my phone is completely blocked. I had to tether up to your phone state to do it live, didn't I?
And I was flying the drone, and I had to stay within.
Too far away from him.
Yeah. So I had to follow him flying my drone because he was using my tethering on my phone. So
luckily, I'm not like Daniel and can escape a prison and very athletic. I'm quite slow, and he kept up very well. I watched a video before
when
this.
When he was walking back here earlier, right? You know when we passed you?
Yeah.
He went, "There's my lift."
Thanks.
Deja vu, mate.
Funny that, isn't it?
Yeah.
2 weeks
So he round the corner.
Yeah.
So we're froze again.
How we're sort of just going a bit funny, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going a bit funny. I've never been a bit funny before. Can you get me a drink, please?
No.
Go on, please. Get me a drink. Yeah, so it was quite funny. I'm trying to fly my drone and think, oh, Matt's over there now, so I'll have to walk over there. I'm trying to fly my drone, follow Matt around, and it was pretty good. I tell you what, great day. We've had a great day. And Matt's chilled out as well. He hasn't had to deal with anything. Nobody ringing in. It was great, wasn't it? Yeah, fantastic day.
Fantastic day. It has been a really good day. And tomorrow's going to be good as well.
Yeah,
it is. I'm just going to have a quick look, actually, to see what we got in the news, because, like I said, I haven't looked. So let's have a.
So we haven't seen anything. So when?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Polly.
What's that?
What do you mean you've gone a bit funny? He's always been that way.
Who, me?
No.
No, we went a bit.
Fucking Debbie here.
It's frozen.
Oh, right, okay. That's because I left.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Look
at my forehead, man. Shining.
Yeah, man.
Showing how much I'm receding.
Might have to get some makeup on.
To get a wig. Keep up with Debbie. So anyway, let's have a look. I mean, I ain't going to be able to upload much, but we can go through the news. If can everyone still hear me when I change screens? You'll be able to see me.
You've just gone a bit slow.
Yeah, it stops. So okay, they won't be able to hear us. So I ain't going to do that. So, but what's going on in the world with everyone else? You must have something for us to talk about. Come on, you've got to entertain us now tonight. I will find some on my phone though. Don't worry.
So, when was this? You looking? Donna's just looking for it.
No,
like Matt says, right?
John's just sent it, so I'm sending it to Matt.
Yeah, right. Like Matt says, today we've just chilled out. We've been down the camp. We've had a good laugh. So it got to the stage where we just wanted to sit outside after a meal because we was all bloated, weren't we?
Oh, that was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then we just said, what happens tonight happens. It doesn't matter if you haven't got no videos to put up. We'll just have a chat with the people that we love spending time with.
And it's just, to me, like this weekend already is just confirmed with you guys meeting Ryan in person. And we've all just gelled really well. We've had real good fun. It's what was needed, I think. Yeah, definitely got to know each other.
I'm surprised I ain't been banned out of every shop that we've been.
Well, only because Donna was behind you.
You didn't help. You was encouraging him.
No, I don't believe that. That's not true. I was nothing to do with it.
No, not all the way.
Nothing to do with me. I'm going to upload that what Donna's just sent me. So bear with us, people. Bear with us.
Yeah, John's just sent me that.
So, yeah. So tonight is just a bit hit and miss.
I love these live streams.
Just hit and miss.
Tasha, they're a little bit.
To have a laugh with old friends, don't we?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, now we've done it like I've been up to you, you've been down to me, or us.
Thank you, Tasha.
Yeah.
We were doing this because
Did you say down to me or down on me?
No, down to me.
Right.
it's just a bit of fun on a Saturday night, and if you come on here and watch us on a Saturday night, right, give up your time. We appreciate it.
Well, we spoke about that as well, didn't we, today?
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy because we're nobodies in the sense of live streams and what we get. But actually, people that sit there and enjoy 2 hours, 3 hours Loquacious Live, a week, 5 hours of chatting shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but where Loquacious Live takes things a little bit more serious, we go out there and we just take the piss out of
just do it.
People tend to want to read into things more if you're going to just take the piss. Because at the end of the day, regardless of what's going on, there's nothing really we can do about it. So
we know we're fucked, right?
Come on.
Matt's going mad now.
Yes, come on.
Bastard, you kept me up all day. I've got nothing.
Well, I like to be organised, but that was never going to happen.
But do a Saturday night live stream and meet in the big field somewhere and just take tents.
Definitely think we should have a massive meetup. Yeah, we've been talking about it so long, and it's taken the best part of. Well, it's over a year now. I've been doing live streams with you, surely, isn't it? I mean, over a year I've been talking to you.
About a year ago,
bless you.
Ethan's structure, didn't we?
Respect his age. It's not just kids, and I don't care what age you are.
Let's talk about that because we haven't mentioned it yet this year. Well, not much. I haven't mentioned. I don't know. You guys obviously do your bit with, but for those that don't know, because we do have obviously new followers in, Ethan's road to recovery, is it?
Yeah.
So Ethan is how old?
He's
7
now.
And he's now in remission, is he?
Yeah.
Remission after having cancer, obviously.
It's leukemia, was it?
Okay. And last year we raised some money for him. We met you at the truck show for the first time, didn't we? Me, Pauline. I was busy. It was very brief. Pauline, we'll have to talk about that. If you're available on
I have got the post if you want it.
20. Yes, please.
24th.
24th, 25th, is something like that.
Yeah.
Is it 24th?
It's a Sunday.
Sunday. Let's have a look then.
It's not a big truck show. It's just
cut of hours.
It's a load of truck drivers. It's not. We actually Ethan walked around with Donna, right? And if Ethan puts a sticker on your truck for any reason, it might be the biggest bag of shit. It might be the best truck in the world. But if Ethan chooses it, we actually buy the trophies and Ethan picks the winners. Last year was the first one. Matt and Loquacious Lab, Pauline, everybody raised £200, which went straight to Birmingham Hospital,
Children's Hospital,
oncology suite that looks after Ethan. But it is a genuine family, right? This is the second one. Hopefully it's going to be a little bit bigger, but it's not polish your tanks, and you're not going to get awards for having pictures all over it. Ethan will pick it, and it was a real good show. Genuine people. There was a lot of TikTokers there. Matt came down, Pauline came down there, and
very brief. I was there very brief, but I've seen a very good turnout of trucks for, was it 4 or 5 hours, isn't it? It goes on for, and it's worth it. So if you're in that area, where is it to?
It's at Ollie's Truck Stop on the A5, just near Canning.
So what we'll do next week, then we'll do a little video or something for that and put the posters in, because it'll be close to the time.
You've got the coverage from last year.
I have, and I've got some aerial footage from Dave's. I've still got it on my phone now, actually. We'll get that sorted for next week.
Yeah. So, but if you can support it, we don't ask for anything. We never ask for anything.
All right.
Right. Nobody takes any money from this. Nobody. Everybody donates everything that is given away.
Can we block him?
Oh.
Can we block him?
Oh.
I'm not taking that abuse.
Lord.
What's up, Dave, Donna, and the Skip Rat fan? Who is he? Who's this? I know. He
How are you doing, mate?
He supports that shit team in Liverpool.
All right.
The red one.
Yeah, it's in the same place.
Let's have a look at this. I got told that I should respect the elderly when I asked the carer who had parked across my driveway to pick up a disabled man down the road. when the carer could have parked more or less outside the old course, because they don't have no respect, Pauline. That's the thing, do they? Nobody cares anymore. We were talking about that today. Who gives the days of you scratch my back, I scratch yours, gone. Friendship, family, fucking nobody. They do not care. It's every man for themselves. And if parking across your drive makes it easier for her and not giving a shit about you, that's all she cares about. It's just fucking rude. Absolutely. I wouldn't do it personally.
No.
But that's the world we live in today.
There's no respect anymore.
No, and they say respect the elderly. I tell you what, a lot of the elderly look down on the younger. Oh, because you're young, you're bad news. Do you know what I mean?
It's got to go both ways.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah.
You don't in modern society. You don't.
But I'm a pensioner. She's got a good point there.
Exactly.
Carers don't care. They're just there for the money. I think it's fucking wrong that right. Should call carers. They should be called duck carers.
Not all of them.
Something like that. Anyway.
We know this from personal experience with Damien.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to that. Yeah.
But anyway, like you said about the truck show, nothing gets taken by anybody. It all goes to Birmingham.
Jewelry set's going from me, keyring's going from me.
Let me just get that bit.
We don't know whether the truck hall's going to be there this year, because obviously we've had a lot of expense with other things, and I need to get a couple of bits for the truck pulling, so I don't know if that's going to happen yet unless I can borrow some.
Right.
Ryan's been busy this year with truck pulls, so.
But it's a great day. There's TikTokers there, there's truckers there. People come and see it, and everything.
Well, yeah,
everything goes to the children's hospital. Nobody takes anything.
He's got his own file.
Anything for the trophies, we pay for them. We paid for them last year. We're going to pay for them this year. We might pay for a couple more, but it's not for the best truck. It's
Ethan picks them.
Yeah, he picks them. And if we're not asking you to pay anything, but if you can, right, just put a couple of quid in. I know cost of living and everything, and everybody's skin, so we don't ask for it. But if you're going to give some money to somebody, just think of Ethan's.
If you're on universal credit, you get your cost of living payments. So come on, cough up. What's the tenner?
Fucking hell, that was brutal.
This little lad, right? He was going through shit, right? You watch people on the internet, right?
There's only
and they're all
people that
fucking
see
sad. they're sad and this has happened and that's happened and they're all fucking depressed, right? This little lad was going.
It was Damien Smile.
Every Friday, he used to send all the truckers a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Saying, fuck down Friday.
Still does on TikTok.
Picture Thursday as well.
Yeah.
But if you want a day out and you live around there and you want to come and see some dickheads pull trucks, just act like
And I'm
idiots.
sure if we're not pulling the trucks, I'm
If
sure
you
we'll
know
find
some-
something else to do. It's stupid.
Yeah, if you know some TikTokers, you want to meet some TikTokers, what,
I'll be there.
yeah. Come and meet them, have a selfie.
No, but to be
If you
generous.
turn up, it shows people, right, you don't have to pay anything, right? You pay.
They
I think
actually,
the entry-
what they do, instead of just handing the money over to the hospital, they actually make sure that the kids get what they need. So they will actually go to suppliers, and so a lot of people will think, well, they're just plasters, but there's plasters that hold the tubes on, right? Now, the plasters that the hospital use because they're low on funds, right, peel off, and it must be uncomfortable for the kids having something constantly pulling at the face there, right? So what they do is they go out, they get supplies, simple supplies like that, so they get a more expensive plaster that'll hold the pipe on longer. They get toys, nappies, other things that they need that the NHS won't pay out for because the government are fucking psycho, right? Shit like that.
Yeah.
Sure.
And they take Teddy's, you and Gold, and they just cheer the kids up. And again, this is all down to if the charity number was up and running, it'd be going to the charity because the main aim of the charity is to help families that, because obviously they've been through it themselves and they know that the government won't help. 6 fucking months it took for the government to fucking help them financially, right? When they should have been by the kids' side the entire time. And this is what they don't want to see, so they want to give the money to families that are going through the same and make sure that the bills are paid so they can be there for their child because the government don't give two fucks. That is as simple as that.
But the government don't want to give them a charity number because
Because
everything goes.
it's a non-profit, which means it's one of them where, like places like fucking Help for Heroes and all that shit, they're running around in fucking helicopters and that. Like, they work for a living, so they don't want any wage out of it. It is a proper charity that they will work for free. So they're now digging the reels in because the government would have to pay them instead of them paying the government. And this is what the problem is. I'll say it loud, I'll say it loud, they can't.
This is what proper charity is. It's to help the
It's the
families
proper
that went
old
through
school.
what Carl and Laura went through. Yeah. They nearly lost everything and the government didn't help them. And when the charity is, we've got that number,
Yeah, but
everything will go to the charity.
The thing with the E. McDonald's, if you look it up, right, and you look into places like Company's House and all the charity based places where you can get information on them, you'll find that the fucking CEO of E. McDonald's, right, will be on a shitload of fucking money with a private jet, right? This is a fucking family that wants to make sure that other families are all right because of what they've been through.
That is what charity is.
A bit like McDonald's Child Cancer Foundation for the homes adapted to suit the needs. The only difference is, I would imagine, there's probably quite a big percentage of that money donated that goes to CEOs of that charity. Unfortunately,
It's like when
that is the case
when
for a
you
lot.
fucking see these people in services going cancer research, that's a charity. But you can guarantee they're getting a wage out of it. When they used to go around selling roses in nightclubs, they got cut out in fucking roses. That's not charity to me.
There's a problem with cancer research. I don't give a shit what you say. Was it? Well, no, I'm just going to say it. In 1942, there was the Cancer Act. You're not allowed to cure cancer or claim you could cure cancer.
Get shot,
right?
allegedly.
So when the war was on, they passed this, right? So all these people, right? There is a cure for cancer.
There's several.
There's a guy that cured cancer. He found out what caused cancer, and he was victimised and sent to jail and everything. So
no, he wasn't sent to jail, was he? He's still looking at jail.
yeah, but so we won't give to that, right? Anybody who gets cancer,
We
right?
don't.
I feel deeply for it because it's fucking horrible.
Well,
It's horrible for the families.
If we can help the bigger charities out, like with Truck Made UK, right? They do a different charity every year, right? If we can help a charity out by, like this year, we did with the truck, so they can do the truck pulls, right? And stuff. But I physically won't hand a big amount like we would have done.
I think, in my opinion, I think the best way to do it is our way.
Yeah.
And if we want to make a change to someone's life that we know that needs it, we will go out of our way with our audience through various groups, raise that money one way or another, whether that be PayPal, and we will list everything after, and we will give them 100% of that money. But it's yours.
And what I do is I do things like jewelry, because the same with Ryan's truck pulls when he did the truck pulls. I knew that if I put money into making jewelry, I'd make more money than we could put in. And we did. We made a lot more money than what we was actually going to put in. So that's the way I do things. It's the same with Reapers. There's a load of jewelry sets ready to go. There's going to be a one-off limited. Hopefully, we're going to have the hoodie and the T-shirt for the Eagles Truck Show 2023, right? And there'll be one hoodie and there'll be one T-shirt, and they'll be auctioned off, and that'll make more money than what we could actually physically put in. So that is, and plus it gives me so much to do when I'm sat fucking fiddling the fingers and fucking shit. So that's how we do it.
So there's no way Prince Philip lives so long without advanced medical treatment, what none of us are entitled to.
I don't know whether I should say what I'm about to say.
Just say it. Okay. Go on, say it.
There was a body found and he got a fucking body part. They need to make him live a little bit longer, allegedly, right? And this body was dead within the fucking perimeters of one of the fucking homes, allegedly, right? And he got, I can't remember what fucking body part he was given, but yeah, coincidence? No.
They replaced his heart with a knob and made him a bigger prick.
Yeah.
Sorry. I should have said that live. Anyway, should we have a look at what John Peake sent us? Because we haven't played it yet, have we?
We have some shocking news to report today. As we can confirm, 3 teenage boys have been stabbed overnight after reports of a gang fight. This morning, Merseyside police confirmed they were called to reports of a group of men fighting on Townsend Lane in Clubmoor at around 9:45 p.m. on Thursday, September the 7th. It was reported that after the fight, a 16-year-old boy ran into a nearby shop where he was attacked by another man who was armed with a knife. It is understood the suspect ran away from the store before another teenager, also aged 16, ran inside the shop after also being attacked with a knife. Emergency services attended and both injured boys were taken to hospital, where they remain in a serious but stable condition. Later that evening, a third 16-year-old boy took himself to hospital with injuries consistent with a bladed weapon being used. He received treatment before being discharged. Following investigations, 3 boys, all aged 16, were arrested on suspicion of Section 18 wounding and a fray. A police cordon remains in place on Townsend Lane this morning, Friday, September the 8th, as officers carry out CCTV and house-to-house inquiries. Detective Inspector Michael Fletcher said, quote, "This was clearly a serious incident that has resulted in 3 teenagers requiring hospital treatment for serious injuries. We are in the early stages of an investigation to establish what has taken place, and officers remain in the area at this time." He continued, "We continue to seek out those involved in knife crime, enticing young and vulnerable people to carry weapons or involved in gangs. We also rely on information from the community, so if you witnessed or know anything about what happened last night on Townsend Lane, please let us know."
That's common though, isn't it, of today's world, unfortunately. I mean, Liverpool more so.
Why are we slacking?
Lagging.
What? Oh.
Never mind, because they're all coming from the same fucking mic, aren't they? But yeah.
It's ridiculous. This is going to get worse and worse, but people can't see it. And it has got to get worse for people to wake the fuck up and think, hang on, this has only got worse in the last 10 years.
Years ago, right, I used to be one of them where I'd be like, right, you need to fucking listen. And now I just go, the ones that are awake, they're awake. The ones that are asleep, they could be in comas, and we are wasting our energy trying to wake them up. But
I think the Great Awakening will come,
Yeah, when
will
they turn
come, but
Facebook
it's going
off.
to be too fucking late.
When they turn Facebook off, this is what I said, right? People won't fight for the serious shit.
Do you turn
Right.
Facebook off, or do you make it that your account has to be verified? But then, do you have those people go, "I want to use social media, but they're not having my details"?
Yeah.
You know, you can't have it both ways, can you?
I agree with free speech, right?
Yeah.
You've got free speech, but free speech only goes so fucking far. If your free speech, right, doesn't meet their narrative, then you cancel it. But there's so many people with this fucked up attitude that let the refugees in, right? They live as they live in their country because they know nothing else. Then they come over to this country. You cannot get them to comply with your rules and regulations because it doesn't come through. The fucking hard drive's fucked, you know what I mean? Yeah, it needs defragging, yeah? But you can't do it because it's all they fucking know.
And if a defrag don't do it, just deactivate the gun.
Yeah.
Turn them off.
With
Send them
a
home.
fucking gun.
Excuse my language. But it gets to that point because of frustration sets in, doesn't it? Because everyone can do what they want in your country, everyone can do what they want in their own country, but we can't.
Yeah.
And why is that fair? You know, that there is. Yeah.
Are we on there still?
Oh, why have you stopped there? Oh, you're back. We're having a bit of a lagging, but yeah.
What do you expect? But if you go over there and try to be, well, no, what you won't. No matter if you go over there and you just try to be your fucking normal self, right? You're gonna get fucked up. You go over there and try not to get a fucking chair. Can't do it. You go over there. They come over here, right? Get the hotels, get the fucking bank account, right? Get looked after.
Don't say that.
With no papers, mind.
Then open mosques.
With no papers.
Yeah.
Don't say that. We're the problem for saying what's the obvious. Don't say that. We are the problem. Stop
Listen,
it.
we all know what's going on, don't we? Right? And you just wake up in the morning and think, well, they're not going to try this again, are they? They're fucking at, right?
Yeah, I think you have got to have a bit of a stick it up your ass attitude, because you can't be in denial and say it's not affecting you. Yeah, I mean, because it is going to affect everyone, isn't it?
Yeah,
you can't. Eventually, it is. No matter what you do, at some point in the next probably 10 years, you're going to be affected by the government's actions.
Well, everybody's going to be affected.
Yeah.
Because the government and the police that are protecting these and saying, no, you can't say that, you can't do that.
While they've been doing all these smoke screens as well, has anyone actually looked into the fact that they're bringing in the, well, they stopped it at first, didn't they? But now they're bringing in these new powers where they can use reasonable force to enter your home if you don't comply with this, that, and the other.
Yeah, what's this? Net zero.
The net zero.
What is that about? Right, let's see if I can find a quick video on that, because
this is fucking unbelievable.
I mean, that is crazy.
What, right? We'll let Matt find this, but we'll talk about it a little bit, right? This bill that's going through Parliament, have you seen it? It's the energy fucking, what fucking energy net zero fucking bill or something. If your house doesn't comply.
No, we'll go with the smart meters first, right? Any guys out there that have got a smart meter, now I'm hoping that like none of you have, unless it's been forcibly put into your own, right? But them smart meters have to use your Wi-Fi, so you need to start billing them for the Wi-Fi use. Okay? The Wi-Fi use. Start billing them. They can't come in, right? Whether they want to put this in or not, they cannot say that we're going to use your Wi-Fi on this meter and you'll like it. No, we pay for that Wi-Fi. Do you know what I mean, right? So it's one of them. Charge them for the use of the Wi-Fi. Or tell them you haven't got Wi-Fi.
Make sure it's fucking more than their standing charge for the fucking gas and
Also,
electric.
because it's a meter that you don't want in the house, you charge them for storage.
You found it, Matt?
Yeah, I'm just downloading it now.
Matt's just
That's,
downloading
it won't be a
This
minute.
is the most fucking ridiculous fucking... If you use
This is
too
the
much
problem
electric
beyond
or gas, right, you can go to jail for a year or
But
pay 15
didn't I
grand.
say this? As soon as there was one about the electric meters in the cars, I said, this shit.
Oh, yeah, that's
right,
the funny...
they're going to cut your fucking
That
cars
was
off.
Jeff Taylor, wasn't it? Jeff Taylor today.
I predicted this fucking months ago. And now it's like sort of going to conspiracy stage. So it'll be true in 3 months.
Yeah. It's fucking ridiculous.
It's like watching the English version of the Joe Rogan show.
Cheers, mate. That's a compliment, that. Yeah.
Let me just.
I wish we got the same kind of fucking.
But at the end of the day, you've got to take the piss out of it, because if you don't take the piss out of it, right, we're all going to be too crazy to be able to fight when it gets to the end.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, right, anyone that is it Bruff? If anyone's not following him, it's Councillor Summit, right, from Bruff.
No,
Louth, sorry. Yeah, Councillor Summit from Louth, right? He's fucking spot on. Give him a follow. Hang on, right, it's not Councillor Summit. I'll get
Yeah, but Tasha, this net zero is completely different, and we were watching it today, weren't we, Dave, in the van while Donna was.
Where they can use reasonable force to fucking force their way into your house, and not only fucking put these smart meters in, which they cancelled a few months ago.
No, not smart meters.
Turn your fridge off.
Yeah.
Turn your washing machine
off. You have to have smart fridges, smart washers, and smart fucking everything. And if you have got smart everything, you've got to put this plug thing into the wall, which is a smart plug, right? And if they need electric out, they're just going to go and tell you what we're going to turn your fucking fridge off.
They're going to turn your fridge off to charge your car.
Yeah. And if the fucking hospitals need electric, right, they're going to empty your fucking car. He's fucking mental. It's just fucking.
It's supposed to do that. I tell you what, the people that will get trained are the people that think against the fucking narrative.
I mean, he's actually mental, isn't it? I mean, it is.
Councillor Alex George Cox from Louth.
Who's that for?
Yeah.
He's definitely one of them. He's brilliant. He's fucking brilliant.
Oh, I'll have to have a look at him myself. I haven't heard of him. Mind you, I learn a lot from Dave. He's a very, very well-educated man, although he says, "Oh, I'm just stupid."
I'm just a fit.
Now that's the good. We need that one. Hang on.
Yeah.
Well, it was like I told Matt about a video I watched the other day. I can't remember. It was just a random one that came up. People who watch this also watch this. Right? It was just some guy I'd never met, never seen him before, and he bought an electric BMW. To put a charger on the outside of his house, right? Then all of a sudden, one of the electric suppliers got in touch and said, "You know that fucking charge you just had for it, right? Your house isn't up to standard, so you've got to pay £8,000 for a rewire. £8,000 for a rewire because some fucker installed the charger." Grassed him up.
Did you upload that?
Right, now he just had to pay £8,000 to charge his car up, plus the installation of this charger. It's fucking nuts.
I was watching something earlier, and it was Margaret Thatcher. Now, whether you like that woman or not, because she made mistakes like most politicians, right? But she was on the same level as Enoch Powell. If you can't send them back legally, right, we're going to have a fucking problem. And she was right. And because she swore by something, she got voted out, and I bet they fucking regret that bastard now.
Oh,
I think that was a bit off fucking topic then, but never mind.
No matter, squirrels happen.
They just don't give a shit.
That was a squirrel moment, hang on.
Matt's on the squirrel
You're moving
moment.
off.
I can't play the squirrel because I didn't even have the news ready for tonight.
And we don't even got a squirrel in the background. We should have brought the squirrel.
We don't care. We'll just go with it. And what happens, happens.
You can have a squirrel
give a
background,
shit.
mate. Like, you can have a constant squirrel playing in your background when you get home.
We said to Matt, right, don't worry about it.
Yeah, but the thing is,
go laugh and
she was
people will
actually-
bring us shit.
she had a night, I can't remember what, right, and she wanted this thing to happen, and her own fucking peers went against her. But they started regretting it as soon as they fucking forced her out. Yes, she fucking made mistakes, everyone fucking does, she's human, but she had the right idea to try and keep the country floating, and immigration was something she was really, really strong on.
Who's that?
Margaret Thatcher.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she was a bitch.
So there's no room. So there's no rooms in the prisons for actual criminals. How are they going to fit millions more in? Well, let's take all the not criminals out of prison who are being put in there.
They're about to shut a load of schools down. Just saying.
Dave the Common Churchill and the chops to back it up. I'll give you that one. That's quite a good one.
Oh, I've got a passion for Britain. It's like I said to that council that I was just mentioning. He puts a post up about something, and I went, listen, this is what I've said for a long time now. I come out kicking and screaming, covered in someone else's blood. I'm prepared to go back the same way. But we're just having to wait for this It's taking a little bit longer than I thought it would, but we've just got to wait for it to kick off. Because there's no point wasting your fucking time travelling to London because on a Saturday it does nothing. But these people that go and do the demos, right, respect to them. But when you live in Hull,
used to fucking give fucking Europe some shit.
When you live in Hull and you're travelling all the way to London, right, that's a lot of money to be wasting, especially like times like now, right? But those that actually do, which in a sense it does piss me off because there's thousands of people in that area that could actually go and join these demos. But they're too bone out, but then they'll be on fucking Facebook going, well, where's the numbers? Well, get off your fucking ass. You live in London. What's your excuse? We have to travel from fucking Hull. Keep pushing on your locals where you can.
Yeah.
Local demos pushing on local councils will do the job. Don't go to London on a fucking Saturday, right? Fair play. Anybody who wants to stand up for themselves, right, and go to London on a Saturday, right? Go to London on a Saturday, but there's nobody in Parliament, there's nobody in Westminster.
Yeah, exactly.
There's nobody.
In
Right?
fairness,
They're not bothered.
there have been a couple local to us, and the first one, well, no, this one was, I think it was when Ethan came and visit, and we said, sorry, we can't make it because we were
that was the Nottingham one, wasn't it?
We were taking Ethan one to see Damien.
Trust me,
but there was another one, and it was when everything was going off with Damien, but we would have been there otherwise.
Let's just go back to John Peake's comment there. So she started Deaf UK fetch credit in closed steel pits, killed all the trade from the UK, and that effectively closed all the industries in the UK.
It was
John Peake.
the mining industry, wasn't it?
I would kind of agree with what you're saying there, John. I would, but I don't think that she was to blame for the whole. You know, I mean,
it was the coal industry that it affected because there was all the mining strikes and stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't say directly she attacked
the
industries in the UK to potentially sabotage them and not give a shit about people losing their jobs.
Look at when she was trying to do the right thing. Like that was when she got voted out by her own peers. So there's always been that fucking bullshit within the government.
But you look at the mines, how many people fucking died early because of mining? How many people died in accidents in mining? So, in a way, right, I understand what you're saying, John, but in another way, she saved a lot of lives because coal mining in this country
was killing thousands.
Was killing thousands of fucking people. It still is. The young people that are still alive now that went down the coal mines,
they're all
working in
basically, yeah.
They worked in horrendous conditions.
Do you know when Maggie Thatcher died, she was the most hated woman, right, and most targeted body is going through London on her procession, or for a funeral. That they actually have more security to protect that service, than they did the late Queen only a year ago.
Yeah,
that's how much Maggie Thatcher was hated, and that actually they thought while she travelled the streets of London after she passed, that she was going to be attacked.
Yeah, but I was one of Maggie's millions. When I was young, I worked on the farm.
You're going to have to explain what Maggie's millions are for them that don't know what Maggie's millions are.
We was the people that you got fuck all if you didn't work for it. You didn't just train in one job and expect to go from, if you got sacked or you wanted to leave your job, you would just go into another job, right? You trained and retrained. And I've got loads of qualifications and fucking, like Matt, you couldn't believe I was a cake decorator, could you? He just fucking thought, this fucking...
It just throws me every time.
I've fixed cars, I've drove trucks, I've my own business, right? I've worked on the farm, I've fucking drove forklifts in factories.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with a male being a cake decorator or whatever. I no problem. I just didn't expect Dave. But then, to be fair, he never fails to amaze, to be honest.
Yeah, I do agree with you. John, don't get me wrong, I do agree with you, right? But if we had to sit here now and balance things in our hands and look at the migrant crisis and the fact that we could rebuild a society, we could still, because as an island, we've got everything we need to be able to, like, deal with, we could put a big fucking wall around our island and cope, right? Get everything that can belong here, we could cope, get every fucker out and just make sure that it's back to us, put a big fucking wall around us and get on. And we'd be able to rebuild the infrastructure for the industry and shit like that, right? But then she had the right idea. Everyone's got some stupid ideas. Everyone's got squiggles up there somewhere, right? And that happens. Look, you can rebuild the industry. You can't rebuild what's coming now because they're letting too many of them in, and they're going to be over 17% soon, and then they're all going to be flopped.
We lost Bradford under Thatcher. She was hard on immigration. Bradford's been fucking lost for years, hasn't it? You know, I mean, you could. To be honest, John, tell me a prime minister then that's done actually anything and pleased you and you've been happy with. Not just you, John, but I mean, anyway, because you're not going to get that. No, you're not. No matter who's there, you're going to have it. You're going to disagree with some kind of policy.
That's where you should make it a democratic society.
And that is right.
No,
we need to stop voting for either of these two parties, which are the fucking same. Right? Conservative and Labour are Labour. They are the fucking same
Hang on a minute, right? Because we are getting close to time now, but something we haven't mentioned. Should we go on about Oprah Winfrey and The Rock?
Oh, God, that's, yeah. I mean, I haven't looked too much into it, but I know the basics on that.
We've not gone into it too much, so this is just my opinion again, right? But anyone else been watching what's been going on? What's the name of the place? I keep saying why you keep saying the proper name. Maui, right? Too many coincidences and too many things going off there. But then all of a sudden, Oprah Winfrey shows up with The Rock. I used to like that comeback, but now I just want to slap him in the face. They're trying to go fund me. How much does she fucking earn?
How much money
has she got? How much money? And they're asking for a GoFundMe. Now the GoFundMe's not going too well. But look at how much land she's bought just recently. And look at the fires. Never actually touched their houses. And all went fucking round them. Never touched their houses. Another smoke screen, yeah, but another fucking negative score for that fucking horrible bastard. And I've not got any more respect for fucking The Rock anymore. He's a dickhead. Why are they not putting millions in to help their local community? Because it's their local community.
Well, the figures show, right, per person in the United States.
There was two anonymous fucking donations to each GoFundMe for each of them. 500 quid. We reckon that's all that's been put in by them to make it look like it's going to climb. But it hasn't done well. They haven't done well at all. And at the end of the day,
blue, anything blue didn't bend.
Yeah.
Right. Tarmac melts at 130.
Well, we laughed today because they were laying it, weren't they, in the heat, right?
Yeah.
We were talking about that. Right.
All I'm going to say is look up aeroplane laser.
Or we were talking about what was it, Operation Bluebeam or whatever it is, and I looked into that yesterday.
Lewis is on it. Look what Lewis has put. Just put in laser, aeroplane laser.
Yeah.
Right.
It's all there to see, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all there to see, but I'm not going to do the old fucking. I'm going to try and wake you up with.
But let's have a
research.
All right. Let's have a. Is this
Whatever
the one?
we say, you just go and research.
We've already seen nascent attempts to criminalise expressing scepticism towards climate change narratives. But now in the UK, they're greasing the skids for the criminalisation of non-compliance with net zero mandates. The energy bill is sailing through Parliament with barely a whimper of opposition. And this 446-page monster is a blueprint for eco-tyranny on a house-by-house basis. The bill openly admits that smart meters aren't just a tool to measure energy use, but a control mechanism that will allow energy flow to the home to be restricted and cut off altogether on a whim. And if you refuse to have a smart meter installed in your home, the bill gives companies with police protection, if necessary, powers of entry to invade your house using, quote, reasonable force. The legislation gives the government power to enforce energy assessments to facilitate compliance on any premises. The government's energy bill stipulates that any smart functions in your fridge, freezer, dishwasher, washing machine, tumble dryer and heat pumps must enable them to be controlled by the national grid. And if you fail to meet energy performance or energy saving regulations necessary to satiate the climate crisis hysterics, the government can not only fine you £15,000, but under this bill, lock you up in prison for a whole year. You could literally get arrested and put in a cage for having a log burner in your house. Once again, this bill has sailed through Parliament under a supposed Conservative government with a huge majority. They're literally polishing off these draconian powers, ready to hand them right over to Labour when they inevitably win the next election. And if you think the deranged drive to net zero has been accelerating under the Tories, wait until Labour get in and then it will hit breakneck speed. We're going to experience the imposition of eco-tyranny like nothing you can imagine. After a decade or more of Labour rule, will meat and dairy even exist short of a massive, unaffordable tax on consumption? Will it be even legal to drive petrol and diesel cars? And what will be the fate of those who insist on resisting the Green Gestapo, as they literally force their way through your front door, while the cops handcuff you and lock you up for the crime of owning an older boiler, or God forbid having access to an energy supply that can't be remotely shut off by the green police? All this in a country which, even if you believe in the climate crisis claptrap, contributes less than 1% to global CO2 emissions every year, while countries like China and India increase their CO2 output by more each year than Britain's total CO2 emissions. The justification for all this is ludicrous, which clearly indicates you that it's just an excuse. It's not about saving the planet, it's about the exercise of raw totalitarian power over every single facet of your life.
Absolutely crazy, wasn't it? Oh, you're a little bit behind there, so we're back on here.
So this is
that's me fucked then, yep.
Yeah.
So let's just go back to this comment, because this is what caught our eye during that clip, because we were aware of what we've just played today. And actually, she is, isn't she? She's worth $2.5 billion US, around about 2.1 billion UK sterling, if you want, is what Google's telling us. And that's
You've got to remember, right? It says that she's worth whatever billion now, but she bought a shitload of land before these fires.
Well, you think she's worth more?
She would have been, but she's just spent a shitload of money.
She'll have her fingers in pies. So many pies, you won't know what she's actually worth. Even Dwayne Johnson. Let's have a look.
They're all set of cunts.
How much is Dwayne Johnson worth?
Yeah, they're a set of cunts. They want you,
There you
when
go.
you're struggling, to give them a load of fucking money.
Nah, that's still
Like when the American government, right, the figures, the American government per person in America give $900 per person in the US to the Ukraine. They are giving $600
but that's their business.
$600 per person to Maui. Why are they giving more to the Ukraine than they are per person?
There you go.
Right, if you work out $900 per person of the United
I'd
States.
rather sit on an electric fence naked than watch that come
I
on.
don't know how much. I think what have they got? 260 million. 260 million people in the
A
US.
faulty electric fence is going to shock the fuck out of me. Get paid. No, I won't get paid both ends. No.
So that Matt's just doing the math at the minute.
What's a math?
What's the math?
Two
Right,
plus
to me,
two is
the
5.
The Americans call it math.
331.9 million.
300 and what?
31.9 million. 332 million.
People in the US.
Yeah.
Right. And they
$900. Careful, Louis, you'll get a full
and that
warning.
by
What is it?
$900.
You having a laugh?
Yeah.
Hang on.
Who's your phone?
Wait with me.
This is
So, what are we doing?
times that by fucking $900.
What? Times it by
300 through what times would
oh,
give you.
Swat logs.
So it would give you 2.979 billion.
Right. That's going to Ukraine. Right. Now,
yes.
see, right. Now do it by $500. Or say $600.
Oh, sorry. 198.6.
Right, and that's
So
what
no-
they're doing, right,
sorry.
to their own fucking people. They're giving that much more money to the Ukraine per person in the US. than they are to.
Speaking of the Ukraine, anyone been watching our little Elon Musk and the fact that
he's the next one, isn't he?
He's going.
He is the next one.
Yeah, but everybody thinks he's a fucking the god.
Dead or alive.
He's not. He's not saving. He has not lasted this long, right? Doing what he's doing, and the government let him get away with it. He's going to go and he's going to get assassinated
by The Rock. He's 1 billion from films. For fuck's sake, Dave could do his job.
He's not got billions.
Who?
The Rock.
500 million, I read. 500.
Yeah, he's in millions. He's not in billions. Dwayne Johnson.
He's just checked on it.
No one about Dwayne Johnson.
All right.
She's not even that interested in Oprah.
Anyway,
but
we
she
all
catches.
know, don't we? We all know, right? This is right. We all know. It doesn't matter what we discuss, right? We have a laugh about it. We're all fucked. Yeah. Until we realise
800 million. His net worth 800 million.
Right.
Because she was a black Jerry Springer. Jerry Springer from the UK.
No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. Because there's a thing come out just recently, allegedly, right, where he stopped the drone strike by turning off the satellites. And
Yeah,
now
that's right.
It looks like there's a fucking
He's opened
price
up
on his head.
Starlink, isn't it?
Starlink. Yeah.
Yeah. So
And I don't think that's satellite.
that satellite, not for what they're saying it is anyway. No, definitely not. Definitely. Elon Musk connections to the Rothschilds family. He's safe. No, he's not.
No.
He's not. I don't think he is.
Even his dad's done an
his dad's
interview and said he needs to up his security because he's fucked now.
And we were talking about that last night. Yeah, Trump's on the cards, isn't he?
Yeah.
Trump is on the card. I mean, what other way can they deal with him? When you explained that to me last night, Dave, do you know what I mean? It's very clear that actually the only way they can do that is by taking Trump out.
Yeah. Or going into war with Russia, right? Because they cannot win. The Democrats cannot win another election because they're fucked. What they need to do, this is why they've tried to bring COVID in again.
Allegedly.
So they have got, allegedly.
What ethics and morals does he have?
Who?
Well, I'm assuming Elon Musk.
Well, he just don't know.
He just like to me, Elon Musk is one of them that likes throwing his money around. I like the fact that he wants free speech on his platform, but he just likes throwing his money around.
Free speech for him, censored for the likes of Katie Hopkins, though.
Yeah.
There's no free speech there. I mean, did you know that she was removed from social media under the Terrorism Act? Yeah. She is banned. She has no actual social media. Facebook, Twitter, TikTok.
How that woman has managed to build herself back up doing the stage shows and stuff is unbelievable.
She has.
She was banned off any fucking stage or any fucking TV.
She has
show.
someone doing all her videos for her.
And
that's
before
not her.
anyone says Katie Hopkins is a bitch, because I know people. I actually told her to her face, and he was a witness. Right, when we went to see her and Alex Belfield on stage, right, she lights up that place. And when I first started watching Katie Hopkins, I thought and I told her to her face, I thought you was a complete bitch because I was covered in tattoos and I was fat when I first started. And she used to do that fat shaming and tattoo and fucking thing, right? And I told her, and she went, well, thanks for your honesty, and smiled, and we had a picture together.
Yeah, and she
just wants what's best for this country.
She's not bothered about the fame. She's not
She'll
on
say it
about
how
it.
it is. She
will sell the ticket, right, to cover travelling expenses, a hotel, and the rental of the venue, right? And it is a good night. If you get to go there, right,
In fact,
and see Katie Hopkins,
know,
it is a fantastic night.
You should. Yeah.
And she comes out and she'll take photos and she'll chat all night. In fact, she won't never shut the fuck up. But, you know.
But yeah, I just said to put the map.
We're sort of a night out and go watch her somewhere. Me, you, us three, Ryan, Pauline.
Yeah.
So anyone else that wants to jump on in the area, wherever it is, we'll all meet up and fucking make a weekend of it.
Well, even if it's this end, right, and Pauline wants to come, but she's only got a car, we'll bring the transit and the other van, right, and Pauline and her wife can sleep in the fucking transit.
Yeah. We've got plenty of rooms. We can sort beds and stuff out if
We'll
we've
bring
got
some
time.
beds and
Yeah.
Some
So,
sun lounges.
and it would be good. We do all need to meet up, don't we? Before we disappear tonight, we need to really play. Probably, if we do a Katie Hopkins night, I'm up for that, definitely. But as the winter obviously now is getting closer.
Another person, right, and we're going to have to see if he's still on top, right? Even though he comes across very left wings sometimes, right? Fucking.
Fred.
No, the guy we went to see.
Oh, fucking Walker.
Because Piers Morgan, yeah, he fits into their agenda. He's all for saying what he wants on camera, but yeah, that's all it is for.
Oh, I mean, but I'm not bringing Gary.
I mean, Piers Morgan, he's a fucking gutless little.
Yeah, but no, Piers Morgan, right? When he's right, and he will fucking rip you when you arsehole. But he is an arsehole.
Yeah, but he's right on silly things that mean nothing. Like,
no, I think with the LGBTQ, he's on top, and he will fucking hammer them.
Yeah, but can you be wrong with the LGBTQ?
No,
I mean, it's fucked up, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's mad. I mean, when we
most people that are proper want to get on with the life in the gay, right, or bisexual or whatever, right, don't want anything to do with them. But they're fucking pushing it, and the government will fucking let them. So we're all fucked, aren't we? Anyway, we've done 2 hours.
Jeremy Vine.
No. Yeah, we'll have to fucking save Jeremy Vine for next week because we've got 2 hours. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining us once again. I'm going to finish fucking drinking. We love you all, even the fucking haters. Matt, roll the credits.
Good night.
I will not comply. Quit trying to take me to task, cause I don't want to wear a mask or take a vaccine that could maybe make me die. They got no scientific evidence to back that crap up. All they do is feed us lie after lie. That's why I will not comply. Now, since back last March, I've had an achy, breaky heart like old Billy Ray Cyrus. I've been catching a case of the blues from the news around this damn coronavirus. Now they're telling us we gotta keep our chin divers up, even if we got the shot in the arm. But nobody's talking about exercise or eating food that's fresh grown from the farm. That's why I will not comply. Quit trying to take me to task, cause I don't want to wear a mask or take a vaccine that could maybe make me die. They got no scientific evidence to back that crap up. All they do is feed us lie after lie. That's why I will not comply. Show 'em what non-compliance sounds like, boys. Oh, hell yeah. Now listen, y'all. The only way to stop the violence is for us to break the silence right now. So if you tend to agree and you're pissed off like me, stand your ass up and scream it out loud. Sing, I will not comply. Quit trying to take me to task, cause I don't want to wear a mask or take a vaccine